Hello, and welcome to my YouTube channel. In this video, I'll be showing you how to design the third part of our articulating snake that we can then 3D print. In this video, I'll be showing you how to design the tail of the snake. If this is the first video you are watching, I recommend you watch the first and second videos first. Links to them will be in the description, as they will give you the code in order to make the rest of the snake. That being said, let's get right into it. We will go back to our code blocks design that we have previously made. And as we can see, all of our code is here. If I hit fast forward and play, we can see that everything is here and we are ready to begin. The first thing that we will need to do is drag in a create new object command. This is so that our tail and the commands we give it don't affect the rest of the snake in any way. After this, I'm going to drag in the cone shape, and then I will drag in the rotate command. I would like this to rotate on the y-axis by 90 degrees. After that, I'll drag in a scale command, and I'm going to scale it by 2 on the x, but I leave the y and the z at 1. Now I need to cut this cone in half so we have a nice flat base like the rest of our snake. So I'll drag in a box. However, because I want this box to remove a piece of the cone, I will click this gray circle to change it into a hole. After this, I'll click on this arrow, and I'm going to change the width of the box to 40. After that, I drag in a move command, and we are going to move it to -10 on the Z. After this, we can drag in the create group command. If we hit fast forward again, we can see we have our half cone that we'll be using for our tail. Now, in the next part of the video, I will be showing you how to create a link between the tail and the hinge of the body of our snake. This link will be the same kind of link that we made in the second video. So if you'd like a little bit of a challenge, you can try designing your own link. However, if you'd like to follow along, I will now show you how to make my version. The first thing I will need to do is I will go to the Shapes tab, and I'll drag in another box. This box I will keep solid, but I will click this arrow, and I'll change the width of the box to 5, the length of the box to 5, and the height of the box to 5. After that, I'll drag in another move command, and I'm going to move this box to -22.5 on the x. Y will remain at 0, but the z I will change to 2.5. After this, I'm going to go back to the Shapes tab and drag in a cylinder. Again, I'll click on this little arrow, and I will change the radius of this cylinder to 2.5. And I will change the height of the cylinder to 5. After that, I'll drag in a rotate command, and I'm going to rotate the cylinder on the x-axis, so I don't need to change anything, by 90 degrees. Everything looks good. After this, I can drag in the move command, and I'm going to move our cylinder to -25 on the x, y stays at 0, and z is 2.5. After that, I can drag and create group, and if I fast forward, this looks good. Next, we just need to make a hole that the link can go through. In order to do this, we'll drag in another cylinder. This cylinder, we will click on the gray circle to turn it into a hole. We will change the radius to 1.5, and the height we will change to 5. After this, we will drag in a rotate command, and again, we don't need to change anything. We want to rotate on the x-axis by 90 degrees. After this, we can drag in a move command, and we will set x to negative 24.5. Y will stay at 0, but z we will change to 2.5. After this, we can drag in a create group command again. If we hit fast forward, we have a nice hole that we can link the tail to the rest of the body. So we just need to move it into position. In order to do so, I will drag in a rotate command so that we rotate the tail, and we are going to rotate it on the z-axis, again by 90 degrees. The last thing that we need to do is drag in a move command. We will set the x to 3.75. We'll change the y to 97.75, and the z will remain at 0. So, if we set it back to normal speed and we click play, we can see the whole process. Thank you very much for watching my videos. I hope that they were useful and they taught you how to make your own articulated snake that you can then 3D print. If you found these videos useful or interesting, please consider liking the videos and maybe subscribing to the channel so that you can be notified when I come up with new projects. If you have any suggestions for things you'd like to see me design in Tinkercad in the future, please consider giving a comment in the video description so that I can see what people are interested in. That is the best way for me to learn how and what you would like to see me make. That being said, thank you very much for watching. I hope you have a fantastic day, and I hope you continue to be interested in 3D design and 3D printing.